Welcome back to This Explainer. I'm absolutely thrilled you're joining me today because we're tackling a subject that literally impacts every single one of us, achieving true financial freedom. We're going to look closely at the daily routines and decisions that separate the folks who stay financially stuck from those who build lasting, multi-generational wealth.
I mean, have you ever wondered why some people seem to build wealth completely effortlessly, while others, sometimes even people making fantastic salaries, struggle financially for decades, right? We're kind of conditioned to think the answer is always tied directly to income. We tell ourselves, man, if I just made more money, all my financial problems would disappear. But what if I told you that a high income doesn't automatically equal wealth? No way, right?
And this brilliantly illustrates exactly what I mean. On one side, you've got high earners who stay flat broke. But on the other, average, everyday earners who just quietly, consistently become wealthy. The fundamental difference between these two groups almost never comes down to a lucky break or a massive salary. Actually, it comes down to habits. So today, we're going to explore the 7 money habits that keep people poor and the simple, highly effective changes you can make to build real long-term wealth.
Okay, let's dive into this. Here's our roadmap for today. We'll start with the illusion of wealth, move into escaping the spending trap, then expanding your earning potential, harnessing the power of time, and finally, putting together your blueprint for wealth.
So, kicking things off with part 1, the illusion of wealth and breaking the income myth.
Which leads us right into part 2, escaping the spending trap by uncovering habits 1, 3, and 5.
Let's take a look at habit number 1, spending before saving. You know the drill. Most people get their paycheck and treat saving as, well, an absolute afterthought. They pay the bills, do some online shopping, eat out a few times, and then tell themselves, okay, I'll save whatever's left at the end of the month. But unfortunately, as we all know, there's usually zero left. Wealthy people, they do the exact opposite. They reverse the whole process using a concept called pay yourself first. Imagine getting your paycheck and automatically transferring, say, 10 to 20% into investments before you spend a single dime on anything else. Your expenses just come out of that remaining 80%. Over time, prioritizing this specific slice of the pie is absolutely crucial for creating substantial wealth.
So, what do you actually do with the money you're saving? Well, that leads us directly into habit number 3, understanding the fundamental difference between assets and liabilities. Keep it simple. An asset is something that puts money into your pocket. A liability takes money out of your pocket. The trap that keeps so many folks poor is buying liabilities while genuinely thinking they're buying assets.
Let's break that down a bit further. Think about liabilities first. Expensive gadgets, luxury purchases, lifestyle upgrades. A lot of people spend heavily on these things, and they lose value incredibly quickly. I mean, these purchases create the illusion of wealth. Sure, you look rich to your neighbors, but they actually reduce your true financial freedom. Now think about true assets: stocks, index funds, businesses, income-producing investments. Unlike a luxury car that literally depreciates the second you drive it off the lot, these assets have the potential to grow over time and actually fund your life.
And this brings us to habit number 5, lifestyle inflation. Now, what's really interesting here is how rising salary and rising expenses often move right in sync. So many people get a raise at work, and immediately, almost reflexively, they crank up their spending. A larger salary suddenly means a bigger house, a flashier car, and way higher monthly expenses. As their income goes up, their expenses rise just as fast, keeping them effectively at zero. Wealthy people actively fight this lifestyle inflation. When they get a raise, they bump up their investments before they even think about upgrading their lifestyle.
All right, moving on to part 3, expanding your income potential by overcoming habits 2 and 6.
Habit number 2 is relying on a single source of income. A lot of folks depend entirely on just one paycheck. And the danger there is pretty obvious, right? If that single income disappears, extreme financial stress hits you immediately. Wealthy individuals don't just rely on one source. They build multiple income streams. We're talking investments, dividends, side businesses, rental income, royalties, freelance work. Think of it like multiple rivers feeding into a huge lake. If one river dries up for a bit, the lake doesn't empty out. And hey, the goal here isn't to work endlessly managing all these streams. The goal is to create sources that just keep generating money independently over time.
But to build those streams, you really need habit number 6 on your side, and that's overcoming the avoidance of financial education. I mean, think about it. We spend years, sometimes decades, studying very specific academic subjects in school, but dedicate almost zero time to learning about money.
Financial literacy, understanding budgeting, investing, taxes, is quite literally one of the highest return investments anyone can make. Reading books, taking courses, and watching explainers just like this one are exactly how you build that foundational knowledge.
Next up, Part 4, the power of time, harnessing habits 4 and 7. Now, habit 7 is focusing only on earning, and that is a major pitfall. Yes, earning income, step 1, is super important, but income alone rarely creates lasting wealth. Simply because your time and energy are finite, you can only work so many hours. Step 2 is investing in assets. And step 3, that's where the magic happens. Your money working independently while you sleep. Whether it's through index funds, retirement accounts, dividend stocks, or owning a business, investing creates opportunities for long-term growth completely detached from your daily labor.
And the real engine behind that independent growth is habit number 4. Let this sink in for a second. Compound interest is often called the 8th wonder of the world. Seriously, when you ignore it, you're ignoring the heaviest lifter in wealth creation. It's basically the phenomenon of your interest earning its own interest, which creates this massive, exponential growth curve over decades.
To put that into perspective and really grasp compound interest, let's just look at the number $200. It's roughly the cost of buying, a fancy coffee and a pastry every morning for a month. It doesn't seem like a fortune, right? But someone investing just $200 a month consistently can accumulate far more wealth than you'd ever expect. Because of compound interest, it acts like a tiny snowball rolling downhill, gathering more snow, gaining momentum, and eventually becoming enormous over many years. The absolute key here, starting early and staying consistent. Okay, bringing it all together in Part 5, your blueprint for wealth. Let's do a quick recap. Here's a rapid-fire recap of the 7 habits that keep people financially stuck. Number 1, spending before saving. Number 2, depending on a single income source. Number 3, buying liabilities instead of true assets. Number 4, ignoring compound interest. Number 5, succumbing to lifestyle inflation. Number 6, avoiding financial education. And number 7, failing to invest consistently. But honestly, the absolute best news I can give you today is that every single one of these habits is completely within your control. You can change every single one of them. So the crucial point is this. Building wealth is rarely about hitting the jackpot or just getting lucky. More often than not, it's the direct result of consistent decisions repeated over many years. Just follow these 3 simple rules. Start small, even $20 a week matters. Stay consistent. Don't let market hiccups shake your good habits. And finally, let time work in your favor, because patience is for sure your greatest financial ally.
I want to leave you with one final, pretty provocative question. Which of these 7 habits will you change today? Seriously, don't wait for tomorrow, don't wait for your next paycheck. Pick just one, make this shift, and start letting your money work for you. If you found this explainer helpful and want to keep building that financial education, definitely subscribe for more finance, investing, and wealth building insights. Thanks so much for hanging out and learning with me today, and I'll see you in the next one.